This video series is about motivation and how it can be applied to the recruitment process. And in another video that I share a link to in the description below, I shared a motivation framework called Octalysis. And the purpose of Octalysis is to understand human motivation in experiences. Usually it's applied to digital products, but in this video series I'm applying it to the recruitment process. And the reason for that is that, candidates today and people that are working in companies want to be motivated by more things than just salary alone, which means that you need to start looking at jobs in more holistic perspectives. And that's why this framework is very useful, because you can look at a job in several different factors that are non-monetary. So if we start by looking at the Facebook job ad, I think it is very picturing in terms of the factor of motivation called epic meaning. So the epic meaning is basically being a part of something bigger than yourself. It can also be, the name can also be either impact or maybe purpose or something like that. And what Facebook writes in the first line of their job ad is, Facebook's mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. So right at the get-go of the job ad, they share the meaning to why do Facebook exist. And then if we look at Google, we can also see in their job ad that about the job, in the section about the job, they write, Google software engineers develop the next generation technologies that change how billions of users connect, explore and interact with information and one another. So both of these companies are kind of touching on what does it mean to work in this organization in a broader scale, not only like, what are you supposed to do at your work, but like what is the purpose of this organization. And then if we move on to the part of the actual Octalysis framework called empowerment of creativity and feedback, and a useful question here I think is, what will the person create at the company? And if we look at Facebook job ads, they write that our core tech team explores, develops and delivers new cutting-edge technologies that serve as the foundation of current and future Oculus products. So this is a job ad for their core tech team of Oculus, and it states that you will be working with cutting-edge technologies and also, building the future Oculus products and improving the existing ones. So this is very strong in terms of the factor in the Octalysis framework called empowerment of creativity and feedback, meaning you will be creating things. I think a useful question here is, what will the person create at the job? And if we look at Google, they're saying that we're looking for engineers who bring fresh ideas from all areas, including information retrieval, distributed computing, large-scale system design, networking and data storage, security, artificial intelligence, natural language processing, UI design, mobile, and the list goes on and is growing every day. So basically bringing new ideas with existing technologies, also very strong in terms of like, what will this person create? We get a good understanding about the fact that both these two jobs you're gonna be creative and you're gonna create something new with existing technologies. And then a factor in the Octalysis framework is social influence. And social influence is all about like, what would be the larger context of the company. And if we look at Facebook, it says that our global teams are constantly iterating, solving problems and working together to empower people around the world to build community and connect in meaningful ways. Together we can help people build stronger communities. We're just getting started. So basically they're writing about their current team and how they work together, but they're also connecting to the social aspects of being a Facebook engineer. So it's not only about like the context of, you know, what kind of context will you be part of working at this company, but also what social context will you be part of in terms of customers and or users in the case of Facebook. If you look at Google say in their job ad that Google is and will always be an engineering company. We hire people with a broad set of technical skills who are ready to take on some of technology's greatest challenges and make an impact on millions, if not billions, of users. So they're also talking about, you know, they're an engineering company, meaning they hire engineers. So the person that will start working there knows something about the existing employees of the company, but also they talk about this, you know, social context that this company exists in, meaning like all these millions and billions of users. And it's important to mention that the social context doesn't have to be millions or billions of people. It can be, you know, 10 people that you affect every month or something like that. It doesn't have to be huge, but you know, all companies will exist in some social context, and this factor is all about like understanding that social context and communicating it to employees. And one important factor in the Octalize's framework is also unpredictability. And basically people have this need and motivation to not, you know, have every single day the same. And if we look at the job ads, you know, Facebook writes that Oculus core tech team is driving the state of art forward with breakthrough work in computer vision, machine learning, mixed reality, advanced display and optics, and new ways to map the human body. So you can understand from this job ad and kind of the statement that, you know, they're working with things that are new and breakthrough work, and breakthrough work is by, you know, definition gonna be unpredictable. So like you understand from this job ad that you will be that you will basically be working with something that is fairly unpredictable. I think this is very strong in many research positions. Like it's very hard to say what the outcome of the work will actually be. So these are some excerptions from 2 job ads that you can use to kind of understand how these companies are using these motivational factors to write in the job ad. And you know, the reason why they are writing these other things than just like, you know, here's you know, the list of requirements for this role, is that they want to motivate people to work there. Like they want to attract people that care about other things than just salary for their work. So tomorrow I want to give you 8 questions that you can use in order to make your job ads and the jobs at your company more engaging.